get strawberry. Let me get strawberry. And let me drop it in my drink. I say, now we really drinking strawberries and jam.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know who this be, it's your girl KylerB coming at you with a new video. Today we're going to be talking about Love Island Season 2 USA Episode 28. Production finally heard us. They finally gave us the Jaleb content we've been asking for. You know, we finally are getting content outside of challenges, content of them being one-on-one inside the villa. They just need to continue this same method to continue on the rest of the season. We have 5 episodes left now, so hopefully they continue showing us more content of Jaleb. But let's get right into this episode. It was a pretty decent episode. So we start with the 10 minutes of Johnny asking Sally to be his girlfriend, and you know, it was a nice proposal, whatever. It took up 10 minutes, but he asked her to be his girlfriend and then still told her that he loved her. I'm just like, okay, you're doing a little too much now, but you like, I thought it was just all to be, you know, ask her to be your girlfriend, but he said the L-bomb, okay? So after that, we get Jaleb content. So we get Justine telling Kayla that she's finally breaking down her barriers and letting him all in, you know. And like Caleb was like, yeah, I kind of noticed that you were like, you know, being a little guarded with yourself. And she's like, I'm ready to be all in, you know. So basically, and he's like, you know, he just likes that. He like literally, Caleb takes notes. He takes notes on everything Justine says. And he always takes mental notes and keeps that in the back of his mind for anything that he does moving forward with their relationship. So we have that. We have Sally being happy about, you know, now she has a boyfriend. We have Maura and Calvin, you know, kissing in bed when we just saw Calvin just said, what, the last episode, how, oh, he doesn't know what Maura is doing, but now we see Calvin initiating the kisses to Maura. So, next day, we have this challenge. We have this men at work challenge. So the men are, you know, doing their little thing. It's like similar to the girls at the car wash challenge. So we have the men doing their little work. So we had Calvin first, and Calvin did his due. We got Caleb. Okay, Caleb was doing some stuff. Then after that, it was, I think it was Johnny. And then after Johnny, I think it was Johnny or Carrington. And then at the end, it was Bennett. So Carrington chose to kiss Lakeland at the challenge in front of Laurel. So, you know, that was messed up because I don't think he told Laurel how he felt to like that he was going to pursue her. He just said that he was interested in her, so he kissed Laurel. But this dude was, when he was like, he had to pick her up, he literally almost dropped this girl. And I'm just like, bro, if you're gonna do something, do it smoothly. Don't drop her when you're about to do a little part of a challenge. But he kissed Lakeland, so Laurel was upset. So then Bennett came in full swoop. You know, he picks Laurel to kiss, and he said it was like, it was part of a stunt, but part of like trying to be, you know, he was like, basically it was kind of nice because, you know, Laurel just basically got blindsided and like, because, you know, she thought her and Carrington was fine, but that wasn't the case. So we get back, and Laura was like, she was just like, you know, a new little toy came in and now he's all over her and blah, blah, blah. She was saying that right in front of Lakeland's face. She did not care who she was talking to. She just said, she said that right up in Lakeland's face. She's like, you're a new little toy and now he's messing around with you. She's like, you don't have to apologize. And she's like, no offense, no offense. I'm just like, okay, Laurel. I didn't know Laurel was like, Laurel didn't care if she was in front of Lakeland or not. She was like, you're a little new toy, a shiny new toy for Carrington and stuff like that. And she's like, you don't have to apologize. It's basically his, he's the one in the wrong here. So, after the whole situation, Carrington and Laurel was like trying to talk, and he was trying to explain, like, he's now trying to pursue Lakeland. Anyway, I already called it last video. I was like, they're going to do recoupling, and we're going to basically see Laurel, like if Carrington's going to choose Laurel or Lakeland. That's basically the big thing. Now, I mean, my preference, I feel like there was not much with Laurel, with Carrington. So, I mean, I feel like this pairing with Lakeland and Carrington is probably the best. I mean, if we have been watching the show for 5 weeks, and then the first time we actually hear something about Carrington's outside life and his family life is because of a new girl came in, and basically he got to connect with her on it. I feel like, even though I feel bad for Laurel, this is basically the, best case scenario for Carrington. One thing about Carrington is that he likes to keep it real. He likes to keep it 100%. But sometimes you gotta tone it back a little bit, because it seemed like he really did not care for Laurel's feelings in that moment when he was talking to her. So, but, at this point, there's no other guys coming in, obviously. This is basically the end of the show. If Karen does not pick Laurel at the recoupling, if Bennett picks Laurel, I mean, I don't think Laurel really likes Bennett like that. She would just be staying in the game, but it's whatever. Now, Bennett was like saying that he was just trying to make Kirsten jealous and like light a fire under her so she can like be all over him and stuff like that. So he told the guys that, and then he went in to tell Kirsten that. Kirsten was talking to the girls, and she was just like, I was kind of relieved that he didn't pick me. So when Bennett came around and told her, like, oh, this is why I kissed Laurel, and then Kirsten was just like, and you thought to do that, why? She was just unimpressed, unamused about that. She was just like, we don't do this, we don't do Jedi mind tricks over here, She was like, I was actually relieved you didn't pick me, so that kind of backfired, and she was like, basically over you. I think the only guy that that Kirsten really liked in that villa was Carrington, but Carrington ain't looking for Kirsten anymore. She's really not. I think Bennett was her, her last choice, because she felt she was really smitten with Bennett at the first time, but I feel like she wasn't really into Calvin, so basically Bennett was like the next best thing. We see Calvin and Moira basically lock it down, basically said that, first time, I didn't see anything, but now they finally lock it down, like, oh, we're gonna be together to the end. So they're gonna be top 4 of the top 4 couples, of course, because Calvin's not gonna stray away from anybody else. Then we have, after that whole situation, we have another Jaleb content scene. We see KylerB make s'mores for Justine, and it was like a nostalgic, like something to reminisce about, because he remembers his father doing the same thing, and then he remembered that Justine was talking about how she made s'mores with her sister, and it was so nice, it was so sweet, because KylerB always takes notes. The fact that he remembered like her talking about her sister and her making s'mores, and then he tells Justine about him and his father and his siblings making s'mores together or barbecues together outside. And then KylerB in the confessional, he was just like, picking Justine was the best decision. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's like so sweet. Like, picking Justine was his best decision.
There is not a doubt in my mind that a month ago or whenever it was, I made the decision that I wanted to be with Justine, that it was one of the best decisions of my life.
This is like my favorite. I think you did the best idea.
Think so?
Yeah.
I think you're biased.
No, I'm serious, because this like really reminds me of home.
And I know that I will still be thankful for that decision days from now, weeks from now, months from now, and hopefully even beyond that.
Like, Jaleb for the win. I mean, they don't have to move at Johnny and Sully's speed. Like, they're really moving at a natural progression. They're really showing authenticity to the relationship, genuine like genuine stuff to the relationship. So I mean, you don't have to be moving at Johnny and Sully's speed of all that extra stuff. But you know, I really like that. And like, we have to really give our props to Trey, Jeremiah, and Rachel. Trey because he picked Justine. Jeremiah because Jeremiah literally spilled the beans to Rachel. Like, he was like, I'm not really interested in you anymore. So that and he said that before the girls were coupling. So basically, Rachel ran up to Caleb and was like, oh, I'm interested in you. So then Rachel saved Caleb. So we have to thank those 3 people, because if that did not happen, this whole season would have been a bust. I mean, I don't know, because if Justine was first boot, Justine could have been first boot. So I'm just like, you gotta thank the Lord for that. You gotta thank the Lord, because Justine could have been first boot instead of Caitlyn. And then if Jeremiah didn't spill the beans and say like he wasn't really interested into Rachel, we wouldn't have had Jaleb. So thank you. You guys did the Lord's work, okay? But this episode was pretty decent. Production, keep on giving us more Jaleb content, because I know these are not the only scenes. We actually got 2 good conversations. We had their challenge scene, and we only had we got little little pieces here and there. So you did good this episode, but we need to keep it up, because we have 5 episodes left. So we need to see Jaleb content. Thank you guys so much. But if you guys like the video, comment down below, let me know your thoughts, comments, concerns, and if you have not subscribed to my channel, subscribe. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. Peace.